Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Roshidere episode number 2 reaction. So the previous episode, it was the beginning of the show and we got to see or meet the new character, the main characters, the main male character whose name is Masachika I think, and the main female character whose name is Alisha, or they call her Alya. And so basically the story is about this girl who kind of says a few things in Russian, like few embarrassing things, like calling Masachika cute and stuff like that in Russian, and she thinks that Masachika doesn't understand Russian, while Masachika does understand Russian and he understands exactly what she's talking about. However, he cannot really say it because he's far too gone now. He cannot reveal it to her that he can actually understand Russian, because it'll be a crazy disaster then. So it's like, and because of that, few like funny scenes, like nice, like cute scenes, like we get to see. And we also get introduced to a few other characters, for example her sister, who's also in the student council, and Masachika's childhood friend, whose name is, I've forgotten her name, but who's also in the student council. And a few other things we also got to see. For example, why Masachika knows Russian, because he had a childhood friend who he learned Russian to talk to her, stuff like that. And there was another scene in the end which was like Masachika putting on socks on Alya and Alya getting embarrassed. Basically like a few funny scenes, few cute scenes, and that's how the first episode ended. So let's see what happens in this one, episode number 2. Let us get started. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Yuki, that's her name, yeah. 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 Wow. Yo. Oh god. Damn, this place is messy a little bit. Hmm. Oh. Oh yeah. Wait. Huh. Oh. Technically the winner. What does that mean? Okay. Hmm. Yo. Yeah, he has no idea. Okay. Oh no. No? Another student council member? Oh, he's the student council president. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So much for childhood friends. Yeah, and he's even taller than him. He's quite tall. Hmm. Oh. Oh, okay. Damn, that's a full on dinner? Yeah. Well, they're childhood friends. Yeah. Kudo Jr. Damn. Okay. I was still, it's still a big deal. Like literally treating him for to dinner. Damn. Oh, literally the same thing that she said. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, really? Like, I'm guessing her. Oh, I was gonna say her sister, but okay, her. Okay. Oh, okay. Damn, there's a whole ass rivalry going on over here as well. Like, you know. Hmm. Okay. Oh, is this his house? Or I guess apartment. Right. Is that her sister? I think I remember him talking to her in using his phone in episode one. Oh, she doesn't stay here. Wow. You know what? Good point. I also think about that sometimes. Wait, what? Wait. Okay, no. Wait a minute. I'm getting confused a little bit. Wait. Okay, that's her, isn't it? Yo. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. What the? Domestic violence? So he was talking to her in the previous episode in the phone. Yeah. Oh my god. I was okay. I wasn't expecting that. She went the different way, and then she turned back. I'm guessing. Oh boy. You know what? Now that I'm looking at them, they do look very similar. Oh my god, that is insane. Oh no, Alia's here. Oh my god. Oh god. Damn. Yeah? Oh god. She changed her whole ass. Oh my god. Yeah, what a coincidence. Oh my god. That restaurant. Oh my god. She's like, wait, you were going to go with her? Oh, that's why. Mild? I don't think she's talking about mild. She's going to get competitive about this. Oh. Yeah, there you go. Oh my god, Hell's Cauldron. Yeah, Hell's Cauldron. Okay. That's how spicy it is. Wow, that's hilarious. Damn, this place looks crazy. Yo, even the atmosphere and everything. Even the menu. Makes least. Yeah. Oh boy, that's yeah, the least one, obviously. She's going to ask for the spiciest one, and then she'll try to compete with that. I can see that happening. Oh, never mind, never mind. Hmm. Oh god. Okay, stop. Yo, everyone's looking. Oh no. Oh god. Hmm. Bro, it's boiling. Damn. Oh god, it's probably going to sting. Yup. She's like, oh, for a moment, I went to hell and came back. Wow, they're taking it so casually. They're used to it, I'm guessing. He's crying. Yeah? Oh no. Yeah. Okay, stop. Devil's tear? Well, obviously. Yeah. No. No. Wait, it's red! It's red in color. Yeah. Wow. She cannot speak properly. So spicy. Oh, there's ice cream. That can help. Damn, a triple scoop. Hmm. 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 On paper. Oh. Yeah. Who's this? Okay. Oh no. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. uh, no, I don't. Wow. Oh my god. uh, hey yo, what's with that? Okay. Uh, hmm. I'll slap. He's probably very far away. Oh, there he is. Wow, he is going. Okay. She was thinking like, oh, she doesn't react. He went overboard. Well, there's a lot more to go through. Oh god, she's going to think, yeah. Oh no. um, yeah. Damn, how many did she take in? How many dresses she took in? Oh boy. Hmm. Oh boy. Oh! Hey. Right. Yeah, let's not talk about that. You know what? I was gonna say that if she's his, when I thought that she was his childhood friend, I was like, if she's his childhood friend, doesn't she know that he understands Russian? So I was wondering why she doesn't say that to Alia. That's why they're siblings and they know. Okay. Oh my god. Well, right. Okay, I just realized something. Someone let me know in the comments. Every, every ending will be different. And it'll be like a cover song of, like, okay, sung by the voice actress. Oh, that is it. Okay. Yeah, and that was today's episode. Wow. um a plot twist I didn't expect in any way. Like the hell, like that whole revelation was absolutely insane. Like they did it so casually, I didn't even, it took me a while to understand. You know what's funny? At first I was like, wait, what? And then the whole situation and the whole, like, like scenario was so absurd. From moment I kind of like thought that, oh wait, maybe I'm misunderstanding the situation. Maybe this is not like I said, the situation seems so sudden and absurd, and the revelation seemed so casual that at first, like, there was like three stages to my realization. At first I was like, wait, this is her, Suo, their siblings. And then, like, after that I was like, oh no, maybe this is someone else. Maybe it's just that his sister looks a lot like her. Maybe this is not Suo. And then in the final part, when they were talking about, like, siblings and childhood friends, I was like, oh no, this is her. And then they literally showed, after that, during the transition scene, they showed that, like Suo, Yuki, not childhood friend, actually, siblings, something like that they showed. That's when I was like confirmed. I was like, oh yeah, okay, so there you go. Like, it was so casually done and just so absurd, the whole revelation. I just, like, I actually double, like, from moment I like thought that, oh, maybe I'm misunderstanding, even though I was understanding correctly. So I was not expecting that, to be honest. Like, and it's hilarious how they didn't really show her at the, they showed her kind of from the backside, so we didn't really immediately catch or understand that that's her, or at least I didn't recognize her, because they were showing her hair and she was, like, sprawled on the sofa reading manga, and the way she was speaking obviously was very casual as well, completely different from how Yuki was talking. So overall, it didn't properly register the first time I saw. I was like, oh, that's her sister. And then she starts talking about how in the manga, like, childhood friends, but they're actually siblings. And then she kind of comments on how absurd it is that they thought she's, like, a childhood friend even though she's a sibling. And then she, something like that she said, and she showed her face. That is when it came crashing. I'm like, wait a minute, what? But like I said, it was so, like, sudden that I thought that maybe I was misunderstanding the situation. And then I got confirmed that I was like, oh no, this is her. This is definitely her. Okay, wow, that was interesting. And another thing made me think that, oh no, I'm mistaken, this is not Yuki. You know what? The fact that she went completely in the opposite direction with the student council president, I was like, wait, so is this Yuki? But then I was like, no, how can this be Yuki? She just left on the opposite direction. How can this be her? I must be misunderstanding something. But no, so that means she went on the opposite direction and probably, like, turned back somewhere and went back to, okay. And another thing is pretty obvious, you can see, not pretty obvious, but it was revealed that, so I'm guessing she and Masachika, both of them lives in different places. I'm assuming Masachika is living alone in that apartment, and I'm guessing Yuki is probably staying with, I'm guessing, their parents, or maybe not, I'm not really sure. So something like that. So yeah, wow, right. I wasn't expecting something like this in the second episode, but you know what? That was very surprising. That was very interesting. Okay, right. So there you go. That means all the, like, like the whole, like, teasing and everything that she does I wouldn't call it teasing, but the fact that I guess you could say yeah, teasing, because she literally is teasing Alya because she knows that obviously they're siblings, and she deliberately does stuff like that to make Alya, like jealous. So she knows what she's doing. So yeah, that makes sense. She's she's just, and oh my god, that's so hilarious. Oh boy. And yeah, I do wonder when, like, I'm sure it's probably just a matter of time that Alia will realize and understand that they're siblings, or it will get revealed to her. I do wonder when and how she'll react then. And also, I guess there's another thing that makes it difficult for Alia to, like, even think that, oh, they're siblings, is because their last names. I think Masachika is Kuze, isn't he? I think. While Yuki is Suo, or is Suo her first name? Yuki the last name. I'm not really sure. So here's the thing. Are they step siblings? Or maybe their parents are divorced and she maybe took her one of her parents' last name and he took, like, is that how it how what kind, I don't know. um I, because otherwise, like, why would they have different last names? And it doesn't make sense. So either there's step siblings, have he's decided to take maybe, like, like the other last name and keep his last name, or she has decided, like, I'm not really sure. Either of that, either the step siblings, or maybe like the parents are divorced or something. I am 100% sure. No, I don't think they're step siblings. They look so similar. In no way are they step siblings. So I'm guessing their parents are divorced or something. You know what? I'm sure it'll get revealed. So yeah, we'll see. Wait, his name is Kuze, isn't it? Or am I just... Yeah, his name is Kuze. Kuze Masajika Kuze? While she's Suo Yuki. Okay, wait a minute, one thing. Suo Yuki Masachika's actual little... there you go. So actual, so they're not, step siblings. But yeah, they're... So I do wonder the difference in the last name. Yeah, it's probably something, some kind of, like, like something going on, like divorce or something. Or maybe one of the parents passed away and the other parent decided to remarry or something like that. You know what? Let's wait and see. I don't think there's any need to just speculate. I'm sure they'll just reveal it in the upcoming few episodes. Either way, yeah. And yeah, that was today's episode. Crazy. Like, wow. So yeah, today's episode, that crazy revelation happened. Then we had the whole, like, Alia meeting Masachika and Yuki in that place, and them going shopping, then going to the ramen place. All that stuff happened. Funny, cute sections. One important thing got revealed, I'm guessing, which is there was a little scene you saw Masachika kind of having where someone was crying, and he was like, yeah, I'm guessing it's something related, something that has to do with his student council, him being a student council president or something like that. I'm guessing it's like related to that, and maybe that's why he doesn't want to run as a student council, in the student council, like, member thing. But obviously you can see Alia wants to run, and obviously she needs someone to run with her. So that is why, and she was, like, literally saying in Russian that I hope it would be you. So I am guessing that he'll probably, by the end of it, he'll decide to run, and probably run alongside Alia. You know what? It's funny. I just literally was saying in that scene, where all of them were at that diner, and Yuki was like, "Oh, why don't we run together again?" And then they revealed that, oh, even Alia's running. So I was like, oh, like, it's funny because she like Yuki used to run along with, like Masachika, and they were like both student council president and vice president, that whole thing, and now he's not doing it. So now she's running or going to be one candidate. Alya is also going to be one candidate, and if Masachika decides to, join them in this, obviously he'll have to pick one of them to run alongside, I'm assuming. That, that's why I was like, oh, there's a little competition going on over here as well. Yeah, turns out it's just they're literally siblings. Like, I'm sure, I'm sure if she wants to win, she definitely probably wants her brother to run along with her and probably, do it as a duo, but I'm pretty sure by the end of, but you know what, who knows, like I was going to say, in the end probably he'll be running along with Alya. You know what, who knows, I'm not really sure. I feel like speculating at this point is kind of useless because of how they reveal the whole Yuki being his sister thing. I wasn't expecting that in any way, so I feel like speculating in this show will probably not work in a few situations because they'll probably completely subvert my expectation and go in a completely different direction. But you know what, that's what I like. If it goes all according to what you speculate, it'll just literally be a copy paste, a show that just follows all tropes in rom-coms. That's not fun, is it? Because you literally know, and you can literally, because there's some rom-com shows that you can literally just say what's going to happen after what by observing the pattern and kind of thinking about all the tropes, and you're like, oh, this is happening, so this will probably happen after that. So you can literally narrate the whole plot by just keeping an eye on what's going on, and so it's not fun like that. So kind of going against the expectations like this, like what happened in today's episode. I'm like, damn, I mean, in not even my wildest dream I was expecting that. Like, what? So yeah, let's see how this whole student council thing goes. Yeah, and what else happened? Oh, then the whole fashion show, that whole part. Yeah. And obviously Alya has no clue that they're siblings, so she's still, misunderstanding. And she's like, wait, why did they leave on the same platform, on the same station? That kind of thing. So yeah. Okay, and that was today's episode. Great episode. Wasn't expecting that. And yeah, let's see. Now, let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, you can see, Masachika and not Alya, sorry, Yuki, in the storage room, I think, yeah, and Yuki called him to help her out, and this part is funny where Yuki's like, sorry, did you wait long? And Masachika does a little and she does the same. And Alya just comes from the back and she's like, yeah, you guys having fun? And Masachika goes, wait, you were here? You never told me. Oh my god. Anyways, so basically they're clearing up the storage and he was called here to help them out. So they're clearing out the storage. Yuki tells him to help out with the board games. He was just there on the top, so he helps her out with that. Okay, so right after that, you can see Yuki and Masachika are talking and everything, and Alya's in Russian. She's like, "Give me attention too," and then she says come on, come to me, and she keeps repeating that, and Masachika's like, what are you saying? Obviously he has to react some way, otherwise she'll get suspicious, and she's like, oh, I'm telling you to stay away from me, but obviously that's not what he said. Lord. Anyways, okay, now like I was saying, this part really did feel a little bit odd to me because I was like, wait a minute, Yuki comes in and looks at her, Alya, and I was like, okay, wait a minute. if Yuki is his childhood friend, shouldn't she also know that he understands Russian? So is it that she's keeping it a secret from Alya as well because he probably told her that, oh, don't mention it to her or something like that? Or like, what's going on? Like, is this like a secret that she also know that he's keeping? That's why she's also keeping? Or does she not know that he understands Russian? Something like that. So like, I was like, yeah, like, what's going on? Now it makes so much sense. Yeah, obviously she knows they're siblings, like they know, like, like, so she knows about it, and she knows that Alya says all of these things and he understands that, but I don't think she knows what exactly Alya is saying. And she probably just thinks that, oh, she's saying something and my brother can understand that. That's to the extent of it, I think. And I doubt because I don't think she understands Russian, because later on in one section she says like, oh, what was Alya saying? So she doesn't understand it. She doesn't know Russian. So I'm guessing she only understands that, oh, she's saying something and he can understand it, but she doesn't know the extent of what she's saying or what she's trying to say. However, I do think that she's quite smart, so I do think she probably has some kind of idea what Alya is saying or what type of thing she's saying, probably observing Alya's expressions and her brother's expressions. Because obviously it's pretty obvious, when you, like, basically this is the thing, when you have all the puzzle pieces in front of you and it's not just arranged, by looking at it you can probably guess that, oh, this goes here, this goes there. So she knows everything. She has all the information. She knows that Alya is speaking Russian. She knows that her brother can understand Russian. And by observing them and observing Alya's, like, expressions when she's saying Russian and how her brother reacts to that, she can probably guess what she's saying. Something like that. Even though she doesn't know Russian, maybe, she can probably guess what she might be saying, but by just observing them, that kind of thing. But anyways, after that you can see we get to meet the student council president. I think in the previous episode I was like, oh, I wonder who the student council president is. There we go, I got my answer. So his name is, what is his name? Wait a minute. Okay, Kenzaki. Okay, Kenzaki, that's his name. Now he introduces himself, and so he's like, oh, so this is Kuze, like Suo always talks about. Okay, so wait, so nobody knows their siblings. How does that even work? I don't understand. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like, this is like the teachers at least know, I'm assuming, so I don't know. You know what? Yeah, maybe because I'm pretty sure the teachers know. And if the teachers know, I'm assuming that even though the teachers know, they never really mention anything about this. And oh, I guess that makes sense, because wait a minute. She's first year, isn't she? Yeah, she's his little sister, so I'm assuming she's first year. While you know what? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm assuming she's first year. Masachika is second year, and I wonder what year Alya is. Alya is also second year, maybe, because if she was first year, I'm assuming she would have called him senpai. But you know what? I'm not really sure. Or maybe this, like, in the same year. Like, who knows? But obviously they're not in the same class, so I'm guessing that probably makes it easier for, like, people not to know that they're siblings, because they're in different classes. And I'm assuming the Kanzaki, the student council president, I'm assuming he's third year, because he's the student council president and he'll probably be graduating. That's why they're thinking of, like, like, going for student council president and all that stuff, elections and stuff. That is why. Right. Okay, so after that, he's like, oh, like, you're Kuze. And he's like, okay, you know what? Thanks for helping out. I'm going to treat you to dinner. And I'm like, wait, damn, dinner? Like, crazy. And then the other, like, and then when he, like, he gets to know that Suo knows about his, family, like, him personally, and he knows that he gets to know that they're childhood friend. He's like, okay, so why don't I, like, treat you as well, you guys as well. So everyone decides to go with him. And yeah, but and obviously he's like, yeah, it's a family restaurant, obviously I cannot go for somewhere fancy, so it's going to be a cheap, like a cheap meal, not a cheap meal, but a reasonable expense, not like some crazy restaurant or something. Right, but still it's a very big deal, like literally, like treating someone to dinner, even if it's like a casual family restaurant, still he's treating three people, and but you know what, yeah. Okay, so you can see here Yuki's talking a lot about, like, uh, um, Masachika, and saying like, oh, he's amazing, he does a lot of good things, he has helped me out a lot back when he was the student council, part of the student council. And he's like, you know what, I don't want to do that, do it anymore, like, I'm sick of it, so I don't want to run for the student council anymore. However, Kanzaki says like, but student council has a lot of benefits. You can get a lot of recommendations and stuff. And he's like, I'm not really that interested. Okay. Anyway, so here the conversation steers in a direction where, she reveals, where Kanzaki, not Kanzaki, sorry, Masachika says that, oh, you will be the student council president, wouldn't you? So why do you even need me? At which they say that, oh no, Alya is also going for it, so Alya will also be participating, and it'll be like a contest between them as well. Okay, so after that they have their meal and they are like split off. Kansaki say, okay, I'm going to go in that direction with, Yuki, because Yuki's home is in that direction, and Masachika and Alya goes in the other direction. Right, so they start walking and everything, and then they split off. Oh, here's where Masachika says like, oh, you want to, like, going for the student council president, and she's like, yeah, and he kind of reaffirms it in his head. So then they split off, and oh my god, this is the revelation part. Like, we see this shoe in the, like on the front door. He gets in. Like I said, they were showing her backside, so I was like, in no way in my like head I even thought that this is Yuki, because it was so absurd of a thing. I in no way could I even think of that, because she literally left at that part. Like, you know what? And then I'm like, oh, this is the sister. He was talking to her in the previous episode. They were very casual with each other. And then she says, oh, did you walk Alya-san home? At which I was kind of like, okay, wait, she knows that he was with Alya? Okay, I'm guessing he probably, like, does it sometimes when he walks Alya home before as well, so that's why she automatically assumed that he was with her or something like that. Or maybe he messaged her, I thought something like that. I was like, oh, that's why maybe she knows that he walked Alya home. And he says, why are you doing here? I'm staying here tonight, news to me. Okay, teach me how to love too, that's the name of the manga. Okay, so she says, an unknown hot guy walking with the heroine, gotta be her brother, older from the looks. It's so funny because I didn't really think about that she was talking about their situation as well. I was like, oh, she's talking about that whole ass manga trope of, new character get introduced, lo and behold, they're siblings, that kind of thing. And the other party has a whole ass misunderstanding about it. And we've seen that multiple times in, a lot of shows. So I was like, oh, she's talking about that, And man, that should be obvious. Why won't the protagonist realize? I feel like I feel like she was directing this at us. I'm like, come on, man, really? Like the way she was, like the way she presented herself from the very first episode. Who can even think that they're siblings? Like, why would you even think that? Like, you know what? Fair play, man. Like they actually, like now that I'm looking at them, I can understand. Like they literally look the same. If you think about, if you look at them properly, their hairstyle and everything, even their face is very similar. You know, but still, like when, and another funny thing, I feel like usually in the first few episodes, unless and until it is like a detective show or something, or like some kind of a mystery thriller show, the first episode is basically them revealing everything that is obvious and that is like truth. Like in like a slice of life show or beat, like some, like I said, the only exceptions are detective shows and other suspense thriller shows. Those shows you have to be very careful, because every single episode, even if it's the first episode, they might present something in a very deceptive way that makes you have a whole misunderstanding about something, and then they reveal the plot twist in the end. So yeah, those are exceptions. But these type of shows, like like rom-com shows, normal shows, shonen shows, other type of shows, the first few episodes, what they give to you, what they present to you, that is normally the truth. Like, oh, this person is the sister, this person is the brother, this person is the childhood friend, that kind of thing. So they did that in the first episode. They revealed Yuki to be his childhood friend, and I was like, okay, childhood friend, that is. And then they do this in this episode. So who would even think that they would like deceive us from the very first episode in that way? Like, yeah, like, you know what, she like I'm just talking about the fact that she was saying that, oh, I wonder why people don't realize, why won't the protagonists realize that they're siblings, it's so obvious. But to be fair, us, like at least me, and I'm sure a lot of people got tricked by this as well, and for them, I'm going to say, like, come on, like, really. Yeah, we also didn't understand, or we didn't realize it, but the way you presented it, it was so well done, the deception. Like, I'm pretty sure unless and until you know the plot twist, you won't be able to realize this. I do wonder if there has been someone who was new to this show and immediately realized that they're siblings or something. I do wonder if there's a person like that exists. It'll be very rare, because I doubt anyone will even think about this, in this way. Anyways, but yeah, she is also correct. Obviously some mangas do this in a very blatant and obvious way, that, oh, new character gets revealed, the main character is walking together with that person. The female character is like, who is this person? Like, and is very curious about it. And it's, to the audience, it's pretty obvious, like, oh, they're probably siblings or something, or like cousins or some kind of family members, or, like something like that. And you're like, oh, this is like a whole ass trope, of the misunderstanding type trope. So it's pretty obvious to us. And she was commenting on that. But it's hilarious when you think that they literally pull the same trick on us as well. And I'm pretty sure most of us got tricked by it. But in our defense, this was inevitable, because they literally presented her as the childhood friend from the very beginning episode. Who would even think that? That itself was a deception. That's funny. Anyways, like I said, the whole revelation was so absurd, it took me a good minute to understand what's going on. At first I was like, wait, what? This is Yuki, isn't it? But then for a moment I was thinking, like, wait a minute, Yuki went on the opposite direction. This is definitely not Yuki. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it. Maybe this is just his sister who looks like Yuki. But then in the end they revealed it, that, oh, this is his sister, and I'm like, oh, never mind. It is Yuki. Anyways, so yeah, so she's like, okay, here we go. You're the one to talk when you're pretending to my childhood friend. Yeah, she literally says this. Still I like double, like, crossed and myself and checked myself, and I'm like, is this really her? Like, like, okay. You're the one to talk even though you're acting as my childhood friend. What? It's not a lie. Do you even know what a childhood friend is? Someone you go along with, go get along growing up, right? She's like, yes, includes siblings. I don't think so. I don't think childhood friends equals to siblings. Come on. I guess if you really like dissect it like that, like, yeah, growing together along, from the childhood, good friends, childhood friend, I can see that. But come on, really? No, childhood friends are not siblings. Come on. Or siblings are not childhood friends. Uh, no, okay, no, you know what? Okay, childhood friends are not siblings, but siblings might be childhood friends. Yeah, I can accept that. So in a way, she is correct. If you dissect it like that. Oh my god, that's funny. Childhood friend, otaku buddy, and sister can be true at the same time. What a weird interpretation. More like a big brain interpretation. Okay. Oh my god, and she talks about how it was the heroine's big brother who was with her. Classic trope. He's kissing the heroine. Yo. And this is hilarious. He's like, oh, they're probably step siblings or something like that. And she's like, you idiot. It's only good. Okay. This girl is full on, full gone on the other side of the, like the degenerate side. She's completely in the rabbit hole. Oh boy. Anyways, the next morning you see she literally comes and like jumps on top of him. And again, I'm guessing she's playing the whole trope of childhood friend coming and waking up the friend by jumping on top of them and literally kicking them out of bed. That kind of thing. Right. Okay, so yeah, she's quite unhinged. Okay, after that they go out to wait. Oh, they go to the movies. Okay, exciting boogaloo animated movie Space Girl G. Okay, so then they're like shopping for clothes and all that stuff. And then they realize Alya's there. Alya's keeping an eye on them. Now, obviously, Alya has no understanding that they're siblings, so she's like, what the hell are these two doing here together? Like. And then they go to her and then they're like, oh, like, well, crazy meeting you here. And she's like, yeah, crazy meeting to you guys here. Hello. And she is also here to buy some clothes, and then Yuki's like, oh, you've had lunch? Like, come with us. And then she talks about going to that place, and Masachika's like, oh, I don't think we should take her to that place. And you can see Alya's getting pissed because there's a few reasons why she's getting pissed. Number one, they're talking about something that she has no idea about, obviously showing that they're so much friendly with each other, which rubs her the wrong way, obviously. And number two, since Masachika is saying like, oh, we're going to take her there, can she do it, stuff like that. And if she doesn't go, obviously they'll go together, so that's also pissing her off. All of these reasons are like pissing her off. And she's like, just frustrated here. And then she's like, oh, I'm going to go, and they're like, oh, it's a ramen restaurant, it's a spicy ramen. And in her head she's like, oh, spicy ramen, okay, like mild spicy, that kind of thing. Yeah, Masachika's like, actually it serves super spicy ramen, so you understand when you go there. And they go there, and the shop in itself looks so intimidating. It's called Hell's Cauldron. Yeah, Hell's Cauldron. Oh lord. Okay, so then they go in, and even the names of the food have like hell in it. So the whole place is actually really cool looking. They have like the whole theme to it. Even the inside of it is like has the theme, and the menu card also has like a very interesting like design to it, and the names are obviously something crazy. For example, our trademark 3 stages of hell. Pool of blood hell, 810 yen. Our most popular offering, pine cushion hell, 1010 yen. and piercing heat infinite hell makes even the demons of hell squirm. 1260 yen. And yeah, so they're like, Lion's like, what the hell is this? Yeah. And so basically, the most mildest one is the pool of blood. Then we have the pine cushion, which is so spicy that it tickles, like picks your like tongue. And then we have the infinite hell, which literally takes you to hell and brings you back. Okay, so they order the mild one, and then she also comments on how Yuki's dress is a bit kind of boyish. Like she's like, what, why this dress style? And she's like, oh, like I was there along with Masachika in his bed. Masachika spits out the thing, the water he was drinking, and Alya's like, yeah, okay, interesting. Right. Okay, and she makes the whole situation even worse. Obviously, she's not lying, but she, like Alya has doesn't know that they're siblings. So, Anyways, so the thing comes in, and Alya's like, all right, let's do it. So she eats it, and she's like, this is too much. But she obviously cannot reveal that. In Russian, she's saying that, oh, it's too much, but she cannot say that. After that, trying to tease her more, Yuki brings out the hell's tears or whatever it's called, like like the devil's tears or something like that. And Alya gets competitive about it and puts it in and eats it and just completely blows her whole. Yeah. Anyways, that's that. And after that, they go out, and Masachika realizes that she's really her tongue is like just like tingling. So he decides to go and get ice cream for her, a triple scoop. And obviously, like if it's a spicy like milk type of thing, like dairy products, it'll help you soothe your pain a little bit. Right, so this is where Masachika brings out the whole student council thing, and he's like, you want to go for the student council president? Why? At which Alya says that if there is something up high, why should I not reach for that? Is there really a reason for me not to aim higher? And at which Masachika also asks her that you have to run as a pair, what to do about that? At which she's like, I'll just find someone random, who can support me. It doesn't matter because I'll be doing the most thing. And again in Russian, she says, if only you would. Obviously, Masachika understands that, at which brings him to a little bit of a flashback. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. So basically, there's these two girls. One is a blonde haired girl, and then there's another glasses girl. She's crying and she's saying, Dad, Mom, I'm sorry. And also it's backstage, so I'm assuming they were like speaking on the podium. Probably this is a scene from the previous student council thing. Masachika is there looking at them, and I'm assuming it has something to do with why he left the student council and something like that. Anyways, he remembers that, and he's okay. Right, after that, they go off to shop. I was like, oh, again they bring Yuki up again, and she gets competitive about it. And yeah, they go out for shopping and all that, and she's like, oh, you stay here, I'm going to yeah, I'm going to change and show you. Okay, so that whole thing happens, and oh my god, this show is the whole fan service department is just right. Anyways, so Ali was thinking that he's probably going to say something or not react to it, and she was thinking about how obviously that'll be very humiliating for her and everything, and she's like, oh my god, what am I even going to do if something like that happens? But contrary to her expectations, he actually went overboard in the praise department, at which she was like, damn, that's crazy. So she keeps changing more and more, and like, going on, like, off on the different dresses as well. Obviously, again, like, her whole competitive side against Yuki was coming up, because she was thinking that he's used to this because he probably goes out with Yuki. So she keeps doing that, and he keeps like piling on the praises, and then she finally goes for a risky one. And when she opens the curtain, Yuki's literally there outside with them, and it was a very awkward moment. Now this is where you can she starts speaking Russian again, at which Yuki's like, oh, what is she saying? And this is where it gets revealed that, yeah, she does know that her brother knows Russian and can understand it, which is pretty obvious. They're siblings, like, obviously she would know that. And it also makes sense, like I said previously, I thought that if she's his childhood friend, shouldn't she know that? So it makes sense why she doesn't mention it to Alya, because she knows that he's keeping it a secret. But like I said, I doubt she doesn't understand Russian, but I'm assuming she probably understands what she's saying based on how both Masachika and Alya reacts at that point of time. Based on the reaction, I'm pretty sure she has a good idea of what she's saying or what type of things she's saying. Anyways, then they go back home, or they're on their way home in the train, and they go off on the same or go down on the same platform, same station, at which in the end Alya's like, wait a minute, they went off on the same station, why? And that's where it ended. So there you go, that is this episode. That was a very interesting episode, I'll be honest, because in no way was I expecting that twist in the middle of the episode. Like, good lord. Like I said, usually the first episode, unless and until it's a detective show or like a thriller show, everything that happens in the first few episodes, you kind of like take that as like the truth, because the show is introducing the characters and everything. There's no deception in it. So the fact that they introduced Yuki as his childhood friend in itself was a whole deception, never ever crossed my mind. And they reveal it here, and I'm like, damn, in no way I was expecting that. In no other show I've seen anything like this before, which is why it caught me so off guard that it took me a whole minute to properly process it and understand that, yeah, they're actually siblings. And then I realized that they look the same as well. Like, I wouldn't call it the same, but they have a very similar, like, facial structure, their hair as well, hair color and everything. So yeah. Anyways, great episode, and yeah, that was fantastic. So that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. This was my reaction to episode 2 of Roshidere. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Roshidere. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.